I don't know how well it's going to show up, but that little baby over there, that's one of my Bismos Plecos, is an albino. I don't know how many albinos. I know they all carry the gene, but last brood didn't have any, but it was only like 12. And this brood, I don't know. There's bunches of babies in there, but they're all chocolate colored or black or their own color. But anyways, I just saw this little white thing sliding across the glass and got all excited. I don't think he's going to show up very well. I wish I would move over here a little bit. But gee, it's a little albino. I'm spazzed. Totally spazzed. Every once in a while I get, well, I've got a long fin in there. They also have the long fin gene. But Mom, I think Mom is that chocolate right there, and Dad is the paler colored male. I've got a chocolate one, but, well, I think calico might actually be a better term, but I've seen people calling them chocolates, so sort of a brownish color with really pale tan or white markings. And there's the male that I have that's the same, but he's not Dad. Dad's paler. He's sort of like that, I don't know, off-green color. Oh, I thought she was eating that baby. I was like, no. It was crawling around her mouth. Anyways, pale baby. Let's see if I can get a shot up here. The net actually used to be all the way up and functional. It was holding my plants and duckweed. But the lids have been broken since I got this thing. Those are my darker babies on the edge over there. And anyways, the cat jumped up here. Fell in the tank, basically. Yeah, it's a pretty big net. I used to have a little fry in there too, but now they can come in and out as they please, which I don't really have a need to keep anybody out anymore, or in for that matter, so my endlers don't really eat their fry, and Bismos Plecos don't need nets. But yeah, anyways, a white baby. I'm so happy. Well, I don't know if it's albino yet. For all I know, it could be blue-eyed or dark-eyed, but it's definitely pure white. Let's see. So it helps at all. Let's see your eyes, little dude. No, he's got red eyes, I think. Well, they've been out and swimming around for a while. Daddy took pretty good care of them, and finally let them out. They were up in a hole that's in the cave, not this cave, but see under it, there's a hole into that stand. You can actually see Dad's tail sticking out. I don't know if he has another brood or not, but yep. A little food I sunk in. The babies eat a whole lot slower. So, yeah, Dad actually abandoned his first nest. They're pretty young, as you can see. And, when he abandoned the first nest, I ended up taking care of them. Like, I ended up having 2 survivors. Well, I had 4 survivors, but I had them in with some, with one, what are they called? My brain's dead tonight. Marble crayfish. They're supposed to be more peaceful, and they were big enough that they should have been able to get away, but she got 2 of them before I noticed that 2 of them had disappeared, so. There's my long fin that she's gonna show off a little there. Or not. No, she's clamped. She's like, nope. She never shows off where I can actually get a camera on her. I'm not sure how many babies I've got in here. I've seen at least a dozen, but Daddy's taking care of some more, and that's the first time I've seen the white one, and they've been out swimming around on their own and eating for, I don't know, more than 4 or 5 days at this point. I'm just not exactly sure when. They started doing that. I'm so jazzed about that white one. Finally, one with some proper genes in the mix. Pet store Plecos. I've got a couple of albinos downstairs in quarantine in a 30-gallon, but I don't really know if I actually want to mix them with my good genes here. Sometimes it can fix them. Other times, you know, you breed one healthy animal with a not-so-healthy animal, and you get screwed up fish, so I don't really know if I want to mix them. And since I've got an albino and some unrelated males and females, I can add a little bit more of the albino gene in there, and it'll be an extra bonus if it ends up being a long fin. And all things considered, it's too small to tell, but it does have a really extra long tail compared to some. So sometimes you can tell. See how he's bouncy? He's not trapped, he's just snagging food. And compared to that little guy in the back, if you can see him, he does have a longer tail, but that doesn't mean anything. Some of them have like a partial, which is weird. Usually they either are long fin or they're not. In between is kind of rare and awkward, like that one. Anyways, I'm going to stop this before this gets way too long. I just got so happy about that. I wonder if there's any more of them. First one I've seen.